Imagine thin hair styling secrets making you look timeless, lovely. I research worst hair mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we're perfecting thin hair styling. You'll look 10 years younger by the end. We're covering 4 powerful steps: the right volumizing foundation, the smartest cut choices, the styling techniques that create fullness, and the finishing touches that seal everything beautifully. Most women over 50 skip at least 2 of these, and that one oversight adds years to their appearance. Stay for the game changer in part 3. It genuinely shocks most women the first time they try it. Like and subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, so you never miss a transformation tip like this one. Part 1. The right volumizing foundation. Why it changes everything. Here is the truth most women over 50 never hear. Thin hair does not need more product. It needs the right product, applied the right way, to the right area. That single shift is where the transformation begins. And most women are doing the exact opposite of what works. Thin hair loses density and elasticity as we age. The scalp produces less natural oil, strands become finer, and the overall weight of the hair decreases. This is normal, beautiful, and absolutely workable. But only when you understand what your hair actually needs right now, not what it needed 20 years ago. The foundation of any great thin hairstyle is volume at the root. Everything else, the cut, the styling, the finish, builds on top of that base. Without it, even the most expensive haircut will fall flat within an hour. Here are the 5 foundation solutions that work consistently for mature thin hair. 1. Switch to a lightweight volumizing mousse applied only to the roots while hair is damp, never mid-lengths or ends. 2. Choose a shampoo and conditioner specifically formulated for fine or thinning hair. These lift strands away from the scalp rather than weighing them down. 3. Condition only from the midshaft to the ends, never at the roots. This one habit shift alone creates noticeable lift for most women. 4. Flip your head upside down while rough drying to train the hair away from the scalp and build immediate natural volume. 5. Use a wide tooth comb instead of a brush on wet hair. Brushing wet fine strands causes breakage and reduces the density you're working so hard to protect. This step works because it respects the biology of mature hair. Fine strands are coated differently than thicker ones. Products that were perfect at 35 now create heaviness and limpness at 55. Women who switch their product routine report seeing a visual difference within the first week. Most overlook this foundational shift entirely, jumping straight to styling tools without preparing the base first. Think of it like painting a wall. Without the right primer, nothing holds. Vary your mousse amount depending on humidity. Tools to focus on here are a lightweight mousse, a fine-tooth tail comb for root lifting, and a quality ionic blow dryer. A little goes so far with fine hair, more truly is less. You will love part 2. It covers the one cut change that stops thin hair from looking flatter every year. Part 2. The smartest cut choices for thin hair over 50. This shaves off 10 years. And it comes down to one principle that almost no one talks about honestly. The wrong haircut does not just look unflattering. For thin hair, the wrong cut actively makes your hair look thinner. That is the painful reality. The great news is that the right cut does the opposite. It creates the illusion of fullness, density, and beautiful youthful movement. The biggest mistake women with thin hair make is choosing length out of habit or sentimentality, rather than what actually works for their current hair texture. Long thin hair pulls everything downward with gravity. It separates into wispy sections. It reveals the scalp. It ages the face. And it is one of the most common culprits behind that tired look that women blame on everything except their cut. Here are the 5 cut solutions that create fullness for mature thin hair. 1. Choose a chin to collarbone length range. This is the most flattering zone for fine hair because it removes excess weight without losing femininity. 2. Ask your stylist for soft, invisible layers that begin below the chin. Layers above the chin on fine hair create choppy gaps rather than volume. 3. Request a blunt or lightly blunt perimeter at the ends. This creates the optical illusion of thicker, denser hair even when strands are fine. 4. Avoid heavily thinned or razored ends. These techniques are ideal for thick hair but create feathery, see-through ends on fine hair. 5. Consider a soft fringe or face framing pieces. These draw attention upward toward the eyes and away from areas of thinning. The reason this works so beautifully is weight distribution. Fine hair needs structure at the ends to look full, and soft internal layers to create movement. Without both working together, the cut either looks flat or choppy, neither of which reads as youthful. Most overlook the end bluntness factor entirely. They focus on layers but forget the perimeter. And that perimeter is what your eye registers first as density. A great cut should be revisited every 8 to 10 weeks for thin hair. Fresh ends maintain the illusion of fullness far better than grown-out ones. Tools to consider: a quality styling brush and a shine serum for your consultation photo. Stay for part 3. The styling technique. There is the one that consistently surprises women the most. Part 3, styling techniques that create real fullness. Here it is, the game changer. And it is simpler than you think, which is exactly why so many women miss it entirely. The styling phase is not about adding more steps or buying more tools. It is about understanding the geometry of how heat and direction work together to build volume that actually lasts. Most women with thin hair style it flat. They blow dry downward, smooth it into submission, and then wonder why it looks limp by noon. Styling downward on fine hair presses strands against the scalp. Gravity does the rest. The result is predictable. And the fix is just as predictable once you know it. Here are the 5 styling solutions that build lasting fullness. 1. Always direct the airflow upward and away from the scalp while blow drying. Angle the nozzle at the roots, lifting away from the head, not pressing toward it. 2. Use a round brush size to your cut length. A smaller barrel for shorter styles, a medium barrel for chin to collarbone lengths, rolling upward and away from the face. 3. Dry each section to about 80%, then release and allow it to cool in the lifted position. Setting hair while it cools locks the volume in place. 4. Apply a fine hold volumizing spray at the roots after drying, not before. This seals the shape without adding the product weight that collapses it. 5. Use Velcro rollers on the top and crown sections for 10 minutes after styling. This is the technique that consistently shocks women with how much lift it creates. This works because hair is most shapeable when warm and most retentive when it cools. You are essentially setting the direction of each strand. Fine hair responds incredibly well to this because it has less weight to fight against. The results can look like twice as much hair, genuinely. Most overlook the cooling step entirely. They release the brush too soon and lose all the volume they just built. That one change, hold, cool, release, makes the entire technique work. Tools needed here: a quality ionic dryer with a concentrator nozzle, a medium round brush, and a pack of medium Velcro rollers. All accessible and affordable. You will love part 4, the finishing touches that lock everything in beautifully all day. Part 4, finishing touches that seal your style all day. This is where the magic gets locked in, and where most women unintentionally undo everything they just created. The finishing step is not optional. For thin hair, it is the difference between volume that lasts until noon and volume that carries you through an entire day with complete confidence. The finishing phase has 2 goals: protect the volume you built and add the illusion of additional density. Both are achievable with the right products and techniques applied in the right sequence. And critically, the amounts are always smaller than you expect. Fine hair is genuinely unforgiving when it comes to product weight. Here are the 5 finishing solutions that lock in a youthful, full look. 1. Mist a light hold flexible hairspray from 8 to 10 inches away. This distance ensures an even coat without product concentration in one spot that weighs hair down. 2. Add a tiny amount of a texturizing powder or dry shampoo at the root area. These products grip strands against each other and create the look of real density. 3. Use your fingertips, not a brush, to gently separate and piece out the top layers. This preserves the volume underneath while adding softness on top. 4. Define your parting gently with a fine-toothed tail comb and seal the root area with a light touch of finishing spray. This anchors the style without flattening it. 5. Mist a shine-enhancing spray on the mid-lengths and ends only. This adds healthy luminosity and makes thin strands look more robust and beautifully healthy. This works because it layers hold, texture, and light in the correct sequence. Each product does one job and does not interfere with the others. Women who apply these in the wrong order, or pile everything on together, collapse the very volume they spent 20 minutes building. Most overlook the texturizing powder entirely. It feels unusual the first time, but for fine hair it is genuinely one of the most powerful density tools available, and it costs almost nothing. Revisit your finishing products seasonally. Humidity, weather, and hormonal changes all affect how fine hair holds a style. What works beautifully in autumn may need adjusting in summer. Tools to keep on your vanity: light hold hairspray, a quality texturizing powder, and a small shine mist. Staying consistent with all 4 steps is where real, lasting transformation happens. And you deserve every bit of it. Boom gorgeous, you look 10 years younger. You now have all 4 steps. The right volumizing foundation, the smartest cut choices, styling techniques that build real fullness, and finishing touches that lock it all in beautifully. Wear this confidently everywhere. Thin hair is not a limitation. It is something you now know exactly how to work with. These 4 steps together create a transformation that is completely visible, completely achievable, and completely yours. Like this video and subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path for more tips designed specifically for beautiful, confident women over 50. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 4 steps surprised you the most? I read every single one.